Hello and welcome to Self-Helped, the show where we've done the therapy so that you don't have to.
I'm Tully Smythe.
And I'm Maggie Kelly.
And while we're not licensed professionals, we sure have kept quite a few of them in business.
We're best friends in very different life stages, but from shrinks to the bookstore bargain bin, we've both sampled the full self-help buffet.
And now it's our turn to dish it out, secondhand, reheated, and seasoned with some very questionable life choices. This is Self-Helped. On today's show, we're looking at the concept of when it rains, it pours, and whether it's actually all just in our head.
Then we'll be looking once again at the latest genius offering from Kimmy K and Skims and questioning, yes, again, what this means for beauty standards.
And finally, ending on a high with our internet genius of the week.
Stay put, because if you feel like Mercury's been in the microwave again, this ep is for you.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to On the Couch, the segment where one of us plays the person with lots of issues and the other person pretends to solve them all magically with some secondhand therapy.
I don't think we're pretending. I think we're
No.
actually here with a suitcase full of issues.
I do have issues. You definitely have issues. We know Ali has issues with strapless bras.
Aiden, we're not sure yet.
Aiden's new here. New for us anyway.
I
lost train of thought, doll.
was having a good chuckle at that. All right, Tull, issues aside, today I will be Dr. Maggie Kelly. So tell me, what is on your mind?
Okay, so my topic for today is something that I whinge about ad nauseum.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just limited to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just bringing this to talk about myself, although that is my favorite topic,
It is our
to
favourite
discuss
topic.
myself, my issues, my trauma. But a bunch of people around me lately who have been complaining that life is just feeling a little bit harder than usual.
Yes.
It just feels like a slog.
Yes.
Everyone's more tired. Life is harder. It's tricky. Like, I always think about that song, the Friends theme song. So no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Yeah,
Like,
you're so
literally
right.
no one told me this.
No one told
No
us.
one told me this.
You're right. That's adult life. Okay, I love this. Tell me more.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this concept of when it rains, it pours. And I say that
Mm.
often. I'm like, you know what? When it rains, it pours. Like, you
like
always.
that's helpful. It's
Yeah.
not helpful.
Like, you run out of your foundation the same day you forget tampons, the same day you get your sleeve caught in that bloody door
I
handle
mean, I was
again.
thinking of things that are slightly bigger than that, but you're right.
Yeah,
Foundation
okay.
running out, no good.
Yeah, well, they say bad things happen in threes, right?
Yes, totally.
And how we really lean into this concept, like when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong, but does it really? Like, is it the Mandela effect?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what that means?
I feel like I do, but I feel like I'm that meme with like the mathematics flying on around my head right now. Like
this one.
Is it?
And I can pop this effect.
Whatever the equation is
into
it's
our
just
video.
bad.
X equals Y over MC squared. But yeah, so is this concept legit? Is it a case of when it rains, it pours?
Yes.
Or is it all in our head? And if so, can we do better at avoiding that narrative?
That is such a good question. Look, I don't know the answer to that, and I'm
You're
hoping
supposed to be my therapist.
you
What
do
am I
have
paying
the
you for?
answer.
What am I paying you for? You're on that side of the couch.
Okay, well, maybe I do have the answer to this question. Who knows? But either way, I am very invested. I feel like I'm soaking wet from things.
Oh, jeez.
I was going to say from raining and
It's
pouring,
not even
but
5
you know what?
PM.
I'll let people's mind run away with them. All right, Tal, are you ready to begin?
I am. I have my umbrella ready to go.
See, there we go. The adage worked in the end.
Oh, did I just do that? after
Yeah,
that
I don't know.
comment?
It's getting
Wowee.
sexy. That aside, therapy is now in session. Okay, Tal, so tell me, dare I ask, what has got you thinking about this today?
Honestly, to put it simply, just life. Life in general. Since the cat is now out of the bag and everybody knows that I have just been away filming the new season of The Traitors in New Zealand.
Finally, we can talk about
I
it.
know. I'm such a bad liar.
I am such a bad liar.
Such a
People
bad-
have been like, where's Talia? I'm like, she is on a holiday without her
She's
phone.
on a shoot that is so far out of reception that
Australia.
she has no phone.
Yes,
One of my friends
totally.
saw me on Find My Friends and saw that I was in New Zealand and was like, maybe she's visiting family.
Maybe. And
Yeah.
just didn't tell anyone.
I wasn't.
And just
I was
had a
filming a new
breakdown.
show which will be out next year. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
And whilst I would love to go on and on and on, I'd love to do like a couple of episodes back to back and tell you all the juicy details. I unfortunately have signed an NDA, and as we know, I followed the rules. So that's all I'll be saying about that for now.
For now.
But I do feel like the last couple of months have been this wild mix of like really fun, exciting, amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've had like the podcast,
Yes.
which has been amazing.
Yes.
I've got my L column that I love.
Amazing.
Going back on TV,
Yep.
love. Like, I'm not irrelevant just yet. Amazing news,
It's your
right?
happy place, yeah.
But there's also been some heavy stuff behind the scenes,
Yes.
some mental health stuff, some plain old health stuff.
Mm.
And it's just kind of all happening at once. It's kind of like all coming down at once. And I've been struggling to like figure out what's important and what to celebrate and what to stress about. On top of that, you throw in being chronically overtired,
Yes.
never getting any sleep,
Yes.
still kind of learning how to deal with this new ADHD brain. Not a new brain, but the knowledge that I now have about having ADHD, what
Right.
that means for me, medication, house stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then just existing as like a functioning adult in the world
Yeah.
that has to like do stuff like answer emails and pay bills.
Yes.
And suddenly it's like every small hiccup feels like a complete catastrophe, like end of the world.
It's adding up.
Yeah. And I've always been a little bit like, I'm not a glass half full kind of gal. I am.
Oh, I don't know.
I am like not only is that glass half empty, it's got a chip in it. Like there's lipstick on that glass.
And where did you get that water from? And it hasn't been filtered.
Yeah, and is it sparkling? Because I'm pretty sure I asked for sparkling.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's like the second one thing goes wrong, whether
Yes.
it's like a late invoice or a parking fine or a cold, my brain just immediately goes, of course.
Of course.
Of course, classic.
Everything's going wrong.
Classic me, everything's falling apart. The
Yes.
other day, I'm an aisle seat girly when I fly because anxiety, and I have a bladder of an old lady.
Yep.
I like to be able to be free.
Quick escape.
Be free if I need to be free.
Yeah, okay. I like
I'm
to be
also-
wedged in next to the window.
No, yeah, of course you do. That makes sense.
Safe space.
That makes sense. But I checked in late because there was an incorrect flight booking. Of
Yep.
course there was. And I had to choose either a middle seat or a window seat.
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay, look, it's a 1.5 hour flight just to Sydney. I'll
Yep.
take the window. Might get a cute little Instagram shot for the gram, right?
oh, dear.
I was in 9A. I don't know if this is the case in every, don't laugh, Ali. I don't know if this is the case in every plane, but 9A is the one window seat that doesn't have a window.
Oh, okay.
It's just a plane.
So was this, in this day, was it just a plain plane? Was this like the door handle on a bad day?
I literally messaged Ned and I
You
said,
just went,
of course, the
"Of course."
one time I try and like branch out and pick a window seat, I get that seat.
Yes.
And then, because of course it did, we had bad turbulence.
Okay.
I'm not a great flyer, as you know, and I was feeling extremely claustrophobic, not being able to see. Because when there's turbulence, I'm like, oh, it's just a cloud. We're moving through a cloud.
I can look out a very clear window and
Yeah.
see that nothing's on
It's
fire.
sunshine, you know, oh, we're almost landing anyway. You'll be right.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
No,
I'm
that
trying to
wing
see-
could have been
I'm trying to see
half
behind.
gone.
I'm trying to see in this little chink of window. I'm trying to see in that.
Just tapping the person in front of you. Could
I'm
you
like
just let
doing
me know
this?
what's going on outside there?
And when I landed, I told Ned about my catastrophe of a flight. And I said, because of course that happened to me,
Right.
right? When really, it's probably just a Tuesday.
Probably just a Tuesday.
It's probably just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And these things happen to everybody. I think because I spent so long in chaos, right? Like navigating mum's illness so young or my life being very public and very chaotic after Big Brother. I got used to operating in these extremes. So now when life is mostly stable, my brain still looks for the next thunderstorm. It's almost like I don't quite trust calm.
Peace.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to unpack that. Why we default to doom and whether we can train ourselves to see rain as just that, weather and not a warning.
Interesting. And I love this. And I think that when we go through, you know, these seasons of when it rains, it pours, it feels like it's kind of random, right? It's like things are going pretty well. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, all of this shit will happen at once. And it's like, how is this possible? But I was looking this up because you gave us this topic and I thought this is really interesting, actually. I don't know if it's just our brain. I think this is actually something that people do from a behavioral kind of aspect. So I did some research.
Just say, put your glasses on. Tappy tap. Tappy tap tap. Were you wearing your new robe when you did this research?
I was wearing my new robe. Even Minty's noticed my new robe. Can I
She'd
tell
love
you?
it because it's so pink.
Bloody love it. But when I was doing research into this, cognitively, humans are wired to detect patterns. So multiple fortunate things happening close together, our brains will naturally link them, right? So it like kind of builds this like webbing. And psychologists call this illusory correlation.
Okay.
Our tendency to perceive connections between unrelated events.
Wow. I mean, mic drop. We'll just end it there. I think that was pretty insightful.
The end. But I thought it was really interesting because I think it's like, it makes us aware of this biases of our brain going, actually, all of these bad things aren't happening at once. One bad thing happened, and then you started to think of this pattern. So the plane, maybe if you'd had a really good thing happen before that, you would have been like, hell yeah, I've got the seat without a window. I can put my head against it and go to sleep. But it was sort of like flavored by this like bad thing happening.
Is this like when, I remember when I bought my new car, it's my baby's first brand new car.
Yay.
And suddenly I was seeing my car everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Or like you tell a funny story about something like Madonna, for instance.
Yes.
And then suddenly
someone else says something about
or
Madonna.
like there's Madonna TikTok. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
to do with our phones listening
I was going
to
to say,
us.
that's just straight up algorithm.
But do you know what I mean? When you start, and it's like, were those Mazda 3 Estinas 2020s always that popular? Or am I just now noticing them because I'm kind of looking for them?
You have nailed it. So I guess it's like the OG algorithm is our brain.
Wow. Again, that is a potato gem. That is a potato gem of an insight there.
So I think now that we know this doesn't actually solve the problem.
You've not given me any solutions to my problem.
No, what I'm saying is that it's normal and all humans do it. So I guess my first question back to you, Tal, on this topic is when these bad things start to cluster and you start to get that feeling and the raindrops are falling, you're going, well, when it rains, it pours. What's your first response?
Oh, it's full-blown catastrophization. Like it is, world is ending.
Yes.
Why me? Victimhood. Like I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Like, but
I don't deserve this plain scene.
I just helped a little old lady with her groceries.
Right.
Why is this happening to me?
Interesting.
I go from, oh, this sucks to literally like my entire life is over and how I ever recover from this in about 3 seconds flat. And I mean, look, my ADHD probably plays a part in that for sure. But it's like my brain just hits this like big red panic button. And suddenly every little inconvenience gets filed under evidence that the universe is out to get me.
Yeah.
And poor Ned, because Ned just gets a running commentary of my days. This man has a real life job.
It's a live stream.
It is a live stream. And I'll be like, oh, like it, in fact, just
And
before.
then.
He's like, how's your day? I'm like, oh. Well, I missed my, I just treated myself to some AirPod Maxes.
Right.
Because my old headphones died and sensory issues. I need some headphones.
Something to.
I'm like, well, I missed my AirPod Max delivery.
Of course.
And he's like, okay, well, I'm sure they'll try again tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, but I could have got it today.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours.
Like, calm down, Tully. If I'm honest, I do think that part of it comes from growing up with so much unpredictability.
Right.
My life was a shit show. And every day was different. There were good days and there were bad days. And if there were bad days, there were really bad days with mum's illness. And there was kind of always this sense of waiting for the next bad thing to happen. Especially when I moved away from Sydney.
Yeah.
Every phone call from either my dad or my two brothers, I thought, this is it, she's dead. This is it. So that sort of fight or flight response, like even now when the family group chat goes off, if it's late at night, I'm like, what now?
What now? Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, interesting.
So now I think even as an adult, when something goes wrong, I'd subconsciously brace for impact. I start scanning for more proof that that wave is coming, that I'm about to drown. But the reality is that sometimes your washing machine just breaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you just so happened to not be home when the postie, says he knocked on the door. I don't think he did.
They never do.
They never do anymore.
Fuck you, Australia Post.
I have a
honestly.
Google Nest, sir.
You have a what?
Like a security camera.
It's called a Google Nest?
Yeah.
Do I live in 2025? You say these things, I'm like, I have never heard that term in my life.
Yeah, you're
Google
like
Nest.
You're like that movie that I loved growing up with Alicia Silverstone
What was she trying
and Brendan Fraser, where they lived like
Oh,
under a bunker.
underground. I loved that movie.
It's like
What was-
Blast from the Past.
Blast from
Wow,
the
my
Past.
memory is
Yeah.
on today. Maybe I don't have dementia.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so the reality is sometimes your machine just breaks or you have a bad week at work.
Right.
It's not some grand cosmic sign that your life is doomed.
Yes, that
Right?
everything bad is about to happen at
Yeah,
once.
but it's hard to remember in the moment.
Yeah.
I'm getting better and I'm catching myself mid-spiral going, okay, this isn't a pattern. This is just like life doing its thing.
Yep.
But I think that it's just harder to have that reality check on yourself.
When you're used to clustering it
Yeah.
in things. Yeah,
And, like,
totally.
Packing it all together.
Right. It's like electing to see it as this inflection point of everything about to turn to shit. Like, of course this has happened and the next thing's going to happen. And sometimes it's just singular bad things happen. And
And
that's
I think as well, like when you've had a life, like, we've both lived colourful lives. I always use the word colourful, but we've had some
a
trauma.
very dignified way of describing it.
Yeah.
Colourful.
My motto has always been, hope for the best but expect the worst.
Yeah.
And maybe that is just another version of me protecting
And we've spoken
myself.
about this a bit of like your propensity to want to get ahead of the curve in preparing. So you're like, I am going to prepare for the absolute worst dumpster fire and then I can't be hurt because I'm prepared for it.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, so we know that therapy only really comes into its own at crunch time. Like when things are good, we're not there reaching for our little therapy tools and our tool belt. It's when things are really, really bad. What is the best piece of therapy advice you've been given to deal with in times of extreme stress? And when I say extreme stress, I would say when you're right in the eye of that storm of everything going wrong.
It's a really good question. I think the best bit of advice I've ever been given, and one that I have to remind myself of constantly, I have these little nuggets that I sometimes go back to. And that is, you don't have to respond to everything immediately. And that is what I do.
Yeah.
I feel the need to
Fix.
Every email I get, like
Yeah.
like you yourself, even with this podcast stuff,
Yes.
you've had to be like, hey, seen it.
Take a day.
I won't have time to get back to you until 7. And I'm like, well, that's just, what do you mean? I need a response right now. And it also gets me in trouble in my relationship, right? Because I'm like, hey, can you do this thing for me? It's not vital. There's not a ticking time bomb that's going to go off if he doesn't, you know.
But if you want to get ahead of something and you don't want to feel like it's going to ruin your day, you kind of do want to get stuck into it in that moment.
Well, yeah. And I think when I'm stressed, my instinct is to fix it, to control it, right? I'm a control freak.
And some other people would do the opposite. Some other people would go, I'm just not going to look at that.
Too hard.
Just going to pretend that's going to go away.
And that is really, again, common with ADHD. And I read these books and these articles where they talk about these denial piles, right?
Oh.
It's really common for people with ADHD to have these little piles of things around their house.
Doom piles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of that.
Oh, I have a whole chair dedicated to my doom piles in my bedroom. I haven't seen that chair in probably like a year.
If it is dry, if it is like come out the dryer or come off the clothes horse, it is going straight to where it belongs in the wardrobe.
Gosh, you're so efficient.
I hate things hanging around.
Do you want to come hang at my house for a little while?
But I just have this instinct to do, right? To be in action. I'll open every tab in my brain and try to solve it all at once. Work, home, relationships, bills, pets, the whole bloody circus.
And
Kick caboodle.
Overwhelmed.
But my therapist once said, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to pause.
Yeah.
Take a breath, Tully. Take a
breath. Take a beat.
It sounds simple, but for someone like me who is used to chaos, who is wired for overfunctioning, and you are as well, it's actually like a really tricky skill to learn, or perhaps to even unlearn. And when things start to go sour, I try to stop myself and ask what actually needs my attention right now and what can wait till tomorrow. And this goes back to our glass balls versus rubber balls, right?
You can have a million balls in the air.
Which is glass, which do I need to look at right now?
Totally.
And which if I let drop, it will bounce back.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really hard to triage that though.
Because when everything feels urgent, nothing gets done well, right? You're half-assed doing everything. And I've noticed that.
Oh my God, this has just been the story of my life.
I've noticed that recently with me, doing so much and trying to get so many loose ends tied up before I went MIA.
Yes.
Little things that just would never happen, like spelling errors.
Yeah, or like missing an appointment.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't
And for
who I
most
am.
people, I think they're quite forgiving with themselves and they go, well, that's life. Sometimes you make mistakes. But I think when you are overwhelmed and it's raining, it's pouring, and
I
everything's
berate
bad.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sort of have that emergency state going on in your mind. Okay, so I have a question kind of looking at the flip side of the coin. And my friend Nick, who's a musician.
The hell is Nick? I know all your friends. Who the fuck is Nick?
Nick Ackroff, if you're listening, I'm his number one fan. I listen to all of his music. Nick had
We'll
the
include a
same-
link to the album in the show notes.
I definitely will. Nick's not a musician anymore, I don't think. But he had this thing where he was like, as an artist, you need one miracle a year. Like one song that goes well.
Yeah.
One nice email from your record company, whatever it is. And
One
like
hefty loyalty check.
Yeah, sure. You
Yeah.
know, like one little miracle and it keeps you going for another year. And it's the same like for writers, it's the same for anything. And I think it's like, for me, it's about this inflection point where you go, oh, things are starting to go really well. Do you think like we're talking about kind of clustering bad events and going, when it rains, it pours, everything's terrible. Do you do the same for good events? Like
Absolutely not. No.
I won't even finish my sentence. But you know, like if something good happens that you go, I'm on a winning streak or I'm in the flow. Life's doing its thing.
I would love to say that I did that. I would love to say that I celebrate the wins as well as this, but I just don't. Instead I kind of like, I react the same way that I do to negative clusters that I do to good clusters. Like when good things happen, I kind of, again, brace myself for the bad because it's inevitably going to follow, which is like really cooked and terrible for my nervous system. Not to mention just like being around me. Like what a pessimistic Polly over here. It's that like classic negativity bias. My brain's on high alert for problems, but totally undersells the wins. Like I could have 5 amazing things happen this week. Career stuff, quality time with Ned, a sweet message about the podcast.
Yeah.
Please keep sending them.
Yeah,
I really need them. And my brain is like, yeah, but what about that one shitty podcast review?
Yeah.
Where they clearly hadn't listened to the podcast.
Do you remember that one conversation that didn't go very well? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
And I think that part of it comes, again, from spending too much time of my life in survival mode, just trying to like get through the day. And when you're used to waiting for the next blow, joy just feels unsafe. Don't relax. Don't even speak about it. You'll jinx it.
And I feel like it's something that people literally have to train their brains to do. And I think this is truly the basis of psychology. It's like, what tricks do I have to teach my brain that it starts looking for the right patterns instead of the wrong patterns?
Well, it's always like, I remember when I first…
Is there a pattern,
Yeah.
Relax, Rain Man. It's probably just…
calm down.
Yeah.
Maybe like Libra's just in Uranus.
Libra has been so far up my anus lately. I cannot even tell you.
Anytime one of these days is happening where I'm like, it's raining and I haven't got an umbrella, I have to text one of my woo-woo friends or like look at an Instagram like, oh.
Tell me the stars.
There we go.
What's happening in the tea leaves?
Mars is in Pluto and, Saturn's gone left, right, center. So that's probably why. Or it's like, well, yeah, it was a full moon last night.
Oh, that's interesting. So kind of like outsourcing the bad luck. Do you think that maybe…
No, I want a nice explanation. I want a nice little neat bow.
But that's what I'm saying. That maybe by outsourcing it, you go… It's not a streak of bad luck. It's just the moon is doing its thing.
Well, that definitely helps
Clearly,
me.
like I'm giving myself away at knowing absolutely nothing about astrology now. I'm like, the moon is just…
The tide is just like we're all made of water. So like when the tide goes out, our bodies get thirsty. I think that's kind of why I have often turned to astrology.
Yes.
Like I am more woo-woo than you. I'm not like live and breathe by my horoscope. I'm not going to like, not be friends with someone because apparently our star signs don't get along. But I do think similar to I am assuming people use religion.
Yeah.
I do find it gives me comfort during these moments where I'm thinking, oh, everything's against me. If I go on my astrology Instagrams, it's like, well, actually, if you're a Libra, this is a really hard month. And I go, okay, phew. That's all right then.
Yeah, okay.
It's not just me, and it's not just my actions.
Yes.
It's not my own doing.
Outsourcing.
Yeah.
Outsourcing and also finding a community of other people that are standing in the pouring rain.
Yeah, but why does it feel like we're all in the pouring rain lately?
I don't know. I think we are. If you are an astrologist and you have the answer to this question, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm dead keen.
But is it… yeah, I would love to know the answer to that question too. But it is a bit sad and it does make me… Because Ned is such a positive person. He's sunshine.
He is sunshine.
And it really makes me want to be more like that, more positive, leaning to the positivity. Isn't this great? Isn't that amazing? Like, wow, Tali, you got to do this really cool thing. Because if I can catastrophize when things go wrong, I should also be able to romanticize when things go right.
Oh.
Otherwise, what is the point of anything?
Yes.
What is the point?
Yes, you need to be able to like wrap things up in a bow and go, things are going really well for me right now. And those people, you can feel the confidence and positivity when someone's like, those people when you're like, hey, how was your day? Like you and I'd be like, well, let me tell you, my life is actually on fire.
Thanks for asking. Sit down.
And then there's other people that go, you know what? I've been great. Part of me wants to punch him in the face, but the other part of me is like, good on you. Like,
yeah, Jazz is like that. I saw Jazz last night. She's just
she's so lovely.
She's so positive all the time.
I know. It makes me feel like Ursula.
Do you think if we hang around, like, what are your thoughts on like, your vibe attracts your tribe? Do you think if we hang around people like that, eventually it will rub off onto us?
No. I think I'll be scowling in the corner for the rest of my life.
Well, that's kind of my plan with dating Ned. Am I wasting my time? I'm hoping if I just keep dating him, some of his goodness will rub off onto me.
I think we'll just be rolling our eyes forever. But Ned, keep it up. You're doing well. All right, Tal. Well, I think this is really interesting. And I mean, I have also had a pretty big run of things lately. And I've been saying it to you over and again, when it rains, it pours. And so it's been kind of nice to chat this out and sort of really understand whether this is an actual thing or whether we're just lifelong pessimists.
I feel like this episode we could have both been on this side.
Just both squeezed on the couch
Maybe
together.
we could have asked Ali for a two-seater and we just both film from this side.
This actually would be a great episode for an actual psychologist to come in and give us a hand with things. But, nonetheless, here we are. So this is what I'm kind of hearing from you and also from myself. You feel like life's been piling up and everything is a bit, when it rains, it pours. But what's really going on is that your brain, like all of ours, is a bit of a pattern-seeking missile. The moment one bad thing happens, it starts collecting evidence for the apocalypse. Psychologists actually call it illusory correlation, our tendency to link random events just because they feel connected. So for you, like you said, that wiring probably started way back when, growing up with unpredictability, waiting for the next call, waiting for the next storm. And now even when life's pretty calm, your nervous system is still like frazzled and fried. And it's like, when is the random lightning bolt going to hit me? You don't trust stillness. But here's what I love, and here's what I think I also probably need to learn. You're already doing the work. You're so self-aware. You keep calling yourself a pessimist. I don't think that you are, but you're really aware of this like pattern that you keep falling into mentally. But I love that you've said that you've realized that you don't have to respond to everything immediately. And I think that feeds into the overwhelm, because when you said that, do you know what it made me think? That you're in this phase, or anyone can be in this phase, where all of these things are going wrong. You shoot back an email, you get an email back that's not great, and you're like, well, that's it. You've just tipped me over the edge. But that pausing isn't failure, it's self-protection. And you're learning to stand in the rain without trying to fix the sky. That's cute. We should put that on a t-shirt.
Again, goosebumps.
So the next time we feel that doom spiral brewing, pause and ask yourself, is this a storm or is it just the weather? And when things are good, let yourself feel them. Because, you can say to yourself, this is good. I'm enjoying life. Life is feeling easy in this moment. So in conclusion, this is groundbreaking, this one. Life isn't out to get you.
It sounds really simple and obvious, but I actually do need to remind myself.
I think Tully and I actually need to text each other this every day. Life is not out to get you.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, like you're a literal speck on this huge planet.
Yeah.
Like the level of self-importance that I'm like, everyone's out
Everyone's
to get
out
No
to
one
get me.
cares that you even exist, bro. Like no one even knows who you are.
Okay,
Like,
we don't
shut
want
up.
to fall into existentialism, but optimism, absolutely. So I think the bottom line is sometimes the washing machine just breaks. Sometimes it rains. And sometimes it's just Tuesday.
I love that. And I like, what about we just like get our little fucking togs on and go for a little dance in the rain?
That's nice.
Like, why don't we flip it completely and go, hey, it's raining, fun.
Yeah.
Let's get out
Because
there.
I think people would be like, oh no, she's finally lost it.
In some white singlets and throw her hair back with some beer jug.
She's finally cracked it.
I've been gone for too long.
All right. So as always, a bit of homework for our listeners. This week's homework may not resonate if you're in a time of going well. And if you are, please tune out. Why are you listening to us right now? In fact, you might not even want to think about times of struggle. And I get that. When things are going well, you don't want to think about it. But if you have made it this far into this episode, chances are you're probably standing in the pouring rain.
And maybe not in a wet t-shirt. So our homework for this week is all about shifting your attitude and your perspective. In the same way our silly old brain can spot negative patterns, it can also start creating positive patterns too, like a kaleidoscope.
Pretty. Makes me feel a
Again,
bit seasick every time I look at them.
doing this. So sorry about that.
If you are feeling stuck in a run of bad luck, it's time, as always, to make a list. Reminding ourselves of the facts can help tame that bad luck spiral that feels like it's happening.
We love a list.
We love a list.
List all the bad stuff that's going down in your world. Then list the same number of good things. So if you have 3 critical challenges unfolding, find 3 great, big, giant, shiny yellow things that are happening that are good in your life.
Oh, God, it's going to be a long list for us, isn't it? And if you're struggling to list out some of the great things, maybe go smaller. Like maybe you just had a really good coffee that morning. Maybe you're having a good hair day. These things don't actually have to be massive. It's just about restoring a little bit of balance to your mind.
And as two Libras, we love balance. And whatever happens, just remember that nothing lasts. Nothing is permanent, good or bad. There are seasons for change. And if you're smack bang in the middle of it, try and hold on. Better things are just around the corner. Okay, Mags. This week's Scoop of the Week was submitted by a listener literally mere hours ago who simply forwarded me a reel and said, awaiting your opinion.
I am obsessed. And you forwarded it instantly like clockwork. And I said, scrap whatever we had planned. We absolutely do need to talk about this.
Like immediately.
Yeah,
immediately. How many of these we're going to have? This is, of course, the latest offering by Kimberly Kardashian, formerly West, which is I need to get this right, the faux hair micro string thong.
It's a merkin.
One more time, faux hair micro string thong. Maggie, please explain.
It's a lot of adjectives to describe what is essentially just pubic hair on a G-string. Anyway, these hairy panties, yuck. There's things I don't ever want to have to say in my life. That's one of them. These hairy panties are retailing for $32 US.
So like $60.
$60 a pop for a hairy old
micro
G-string.
string as well. These aren't, a G-bag. These are like
now,
tiny.
Listen, some of them I'm like, they're a bit interesting because they come in 12 different colors, different skin tones, different like types of hair. There's one
exclusive. So inclusive.
That's so strange. Yep. But do you know what?
Ali's just looked it up and he looks absolutely flabbergasted.
We all are. Halloween, I don't want, no. The shocking thing in all of this, they're almost sold out.
Of course they are.
Again.
Of course they are. According to the Skims website, these new bad boys are an iconic new panty.
No, they're not.
Where your carpet can be whatever color you want it to be, which is, actually, to be fair, all that I've ever dreamed about. That's all I've ever dreamed about. No, of course not. Kim announced the new line with a 70s-inspired game show ad called Does the Carpet Match the Drapes? Discuss.
I honestly am lost for words. I've had a few thoughts. One of them being, did we all go too hard on laser hair removal?
That was also my thought, and that's been a worry of mine since my very first laser hair removal
Do you
appointment.
remember all of us joking, going, what happens if one day pubic hair comes back?
Well, I'm a bald eagle. I'm a smooth,
totally bald,
slinky dolphin.
Really?
I am like a little slippery eel.
And
I don't even get maintenance appointments anymore.
God, that is incredible.
So even if this comes back, if this is a thing,
you might be prime customer.
Do you think that's who's buying these things?
Well, I would say that this is not for me.
Who is buying these things? Who is buying these things? I actually need to know.
I would love to know. So we've got the face bra.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Skims new leggings, which is a G-string over the top of a legging.
We've also got those bras where it looks like you've got nipple piercings.
I think that we're being trolled. I think she's like, I am queen of the world. Let's see how far I can push it.
I learned a few things
Kim.
From looking at the Skims website today.
Okay. What,
did you see that reddy, orangey?
So that was the one that I was
straight?
Yes. I was like, surely.
Like a wizard's beard.
I think that some people might have straight pubes.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm nearly 38 years.
Don't look at Ali. Ali's not going to help you out with this one.
That is news to me.
I remember going to the art gallery in Tasmania.
Yes.
Mona, Loma, whatever it's called. And they had that vagina wall. And I was like, wow. I did not know vaginas looked so different.
And for two people that used to date women, that is also concerning.
I've seen a couple. I hadn't seen 30 in a wall.
Yeah.
So maybe pubes are the same. Maybe we're just like dummy dum-dums and there are people getting out with dead straight red pubes.
Okay, but my question remains. I'm trying to imagine.
Just the one question?
I'm an empath, right? And so I often try and put myself in other people's shoes. In what world is someone, are you putting that on underneath another pair?
This was my question. So let's just play it out to its conclusion.
I'm trying. I just can't.
I'm dating someone. And we've had a great date. We go home. I'm taking off my dress and I've got a hair-covered G-string on. Surely that person's going to be like, what are you doing? This is crazy. It's a merkin. It's a merkin.
Is this a kink that we're not across?
I have no idea. Either we're vanilla or the world's gone crazy. Who knows?
Well, I tell you, it's not gone crazy. Kim Kardashian, because she's just added another gazillion million to her bank balance. If you guys have purchased a faux hair micro string thong,
merkin.
If you've purchased one of them, or you would consider, please slide into our DMs. It can be anonymous.
Yes.
We will not share your identity unless you want us to. We would really love to hear your thoughts.
Yes, please. Somebody explain this to me. Are we being trolled or is this a real thing?
Discuss. From the same team who brought you the questionable genius of Frogman.
Frog Day.
It's actually Eat the Frog, by the way.
It's called Frog Day.
No, it's called Eat the Frog. That's the concept, Eat the Frog.
But he called it Frog Day.
Okay. Regardless, the frog stuff. We're back on the frog stuff. We're back again with another round of Internet Genius of the Week. And quite clearly you can tell this is Maggie's chosen segment. You can really tell when each of us have picked the segments. Maggie, take it away.
I love it. It's like getting someone to read the entire internet and going, here's the best bit of the internet for this week.
Well, yeah, merkins and similar things to Frog Day.
Yeah.
Okay, well this week it's actually my suggestion. And again, it kind of goes into the ADHD thing. This is that ADHD hack as well. So today I bring you another life hack.
Frog.
No frogs.
Okay.
No fucking frogs.
Okay.
No poisonous frogs.
Okay.
No pretty frogs. No chocolate frogs.
Eating.
Today I bring you habit stacking.
Oh, yes. Immediate yes. Yep.
Okay, so I've been listening to this new podcast called Aspire by Emma Greed, who is actually, speaking of course, the co-founder of Good American, which is Khloe Kardashian's jean line, and also Skims.
Okay, so now we have a person that we can blame for the merkin.
We have a Double Skims episode, and God, I wish this was sponsored. I'm going to tag the crap out of them.
Okay, do you know what? Send us a hairy G-string and let's see if we can make it work.
Ali will wear one on his head.
I'm dating again. I'm ready to put it back out in the wild.
This actually is not sponsored in any way, shape or form by Skims, but here we are. So basically, she has a life together.
She does.
Right? She's like co-founder of multi-million-dollar companies.
She's very impressive.
She said something that really stuck with me, which is plan your life like a business. And I love that idea because it's really smart, structured way of looking at things. We're all so busy trying to juggle work, all these balls, all these frogs, trying to not get rained on.
There's a lot of analogies flying around
so many
in today's
analogies.
episode.
Relationships, exercise, the mental load, bills, children, cats, strapless bras for Ali.
Yeah, it's all happening.
It's no wonder that things slip through the cracks, right? Her point was that if you wouldn't run your business without a strategy or systems, a flow chart,
a post-it note or two.
Exactly. Why would you run your life that way? So she talks about habit stacking, which I'm kind of obsessed with. And again, if you have ADHD and you're listening, this is also a neat little tool you can use for your ADHD. And it's the idea of adding one positive habit onto something that you're already doing.
Oh.
Like Jenga.
Yeah.
But without the weird gaps and the slight tilt.
It sounds precarious when you put it like that. So it's kind of like attaching a new habit onto an existing
that you've already mastered.
Ah, okay.
It's already part of your everyday routine.
Oh, I love that.
So like if your kids are at swimming lessons, maybe use that time to train.
I have actually listened to this episode and that was, she gave that example because she didn't know how to swim. She was learning how to swim.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So her young kids, when they were toddlers, would go to swimming lessons and rather than try
and
sit
there and watch.
Yeah, she got in the pool with them.
I love that.
She's so clever and I love this habit stacking thing.
I do too. It's a great hack because let's be honest, creating new habits as an adult is bloody hard. I don't know what the bloody stat is. It's like it takes something days to form a new habit.
Oh,
have you heard that?
1,000.
It's bloody hard.
It's never very inspiring. It's like, I don't have that kind of time.
And we're exhausted.
I want it to work immediately.
Yeah. I think that I love this habit stacking idea because it's not so much about overhauling your entire life, but it's about tacking the good stuff onto the stuff that you've already mastered.
Working.
Yeah.
So it's not new.
Yeah.
I think this is genius. Because trying to introduce a new thing, and we're talking about when it rains, it pours and overwhelm, trying to be like, I'm going to add a whole new activity to my life it's just not going to happen for
Yeah.
most of us, right? We're
Yeah.
going to go, no thanks, maybe next year.
So I've tried to do it. One of my little habit stacks is that when I take Ted for a walk,
Yeah.
usually I would either scroll on my phone,
Yeah.
take cute videos of him, or listen to maybe a podcast, true crime podcast.
Okay.
But now I've actually put on a little guided meditation. So rather than like consuming more media after being on my laptop and my phone, I'm kind of using it as like I'm in nature.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the sunshine. I can literally touch grass.
So nice.
And I just have a little
Very
like
luxurious.
even like a little 5-10 minute meditation.
Right. Yeah.
And I kind of just have like that moment to recenter, refocus. And I go back into my, you know, office. I don't have an office. I go back to my dining table and I feel a little bit more like refocused, re-energized, calm.
Interesting.
The rain is not as rainy.
So I feel like maybe this is different though to multitasking. Like I feel like multitasking is doing multiple things at once and not well.
Like an octopus.
Yeah, right? Like I feel like this is more like I want to try something new, but I'm going to attach it to something existing and it's a bit less scary. Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking about you.
Tell me.
So we know that your frog day or eat the frog is getting your nails done. I also just got mine done.
They look so lovely at the moment. Do you know what I've been absolutely frothing? Chrome. Chrome at all. Anything.
Do you know what though?
Just put chrome on it.
rubs off quickly.
Does
Anyway,
it?
This is completely off. I'm so sorry. What could you do?
Yes.
Because you hate getting your nails done. It's a waste of time. You say there's no Wi-Fi. I don't know. Are you on like a plan, bro?
I'm in the suburb of Elwood.
So
and
there's
if
no data?
anyone has been to Elwood, there is one bar of reception.
Okay, so what could you do in that time
Yes.
that is habit stacking?
Catastrophize.
No, that's
Oh,
not.
okay, no. Scroll Hinge.
No. I mean, that's an episode. I mean,
That's
don't
coming.
even
That's
open
coming.
that.
That's a spoiler
Pandora's
for next
box.
week's recording.
Because I'm
that's-
gagging to talk about that.
Oh, listen. Me too.
Consider this clickbaiting. Because this is the end of this episode. But trust me, tune in for next week because it's going to be a juicy one.
It's going to be a juicy one. I cannot wait.
I actually can't wait.
I can't wait. Okay, well, look, we're going to almost wrap, but I love this question. What am I going to do when I'm getting my nails done? I have no idea. So I'm going to be honest, we've probably just cut out a whole bunch of audio, but Tully and I literally sat there for about 5 minutes trying to think of a habit stack we could do while I'm getting my nails done.
It is hard without Wi-Fi.
It is hard without Wi-Fi, and we've come to the conclusion that I have no new habits to learn. I'm complete.
Life unlocked. Boss level mode activated.
Or I've just reached capacity. I did suggest that maybe I could get my nails done while I'm learning to drive, but we'll wait
I think
and
that's
see.
definitely against the law.
Bad idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's just start with reverse parks and go from there. All right, babes, we would love to keep chatting, but sadly our time is up for today. Will that be cash or card?
Lucky for you guys, self-help is all about free advice from two women who have spent way too much money on theirs.
Mm-hmm. Every week, we'll be inviting you to pull up a chair and let us spill the tea on what we've learned, not just from therapy, but from the roller coaster of life.
The wins, the mess, and the surprisingly sound advice we've gotten from now ladies at little shops. We're here for each other and hopefully for you too.
If you like what you've heard, hit subscribe, leave us a glowing review, and follow us on Instagram at selfhelpedpod. Validation is our love language.
We'll be back in your ears every Thursday wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Thank you for tuning into Self-Helped.
We'll see you at your next appointment. Please do not be late. We'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people, the traditional owners of the land on which we've recorded today's episode, and pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging.
Always was, always will be.